And then we'll start with the easiest question. You can get your first and last name, title, and spell.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah, you can just look this way while you just look in this direction.
I'm gonna try.
I know, I'm so sorry.
All right. Okay. You ready? Okay. My name is Senior Captain Raul Reyes, PIO for the Houston Fire Department. I'm here with Senior Captain McLean and Chief Corso of the Hazmat team, and the Incident Commander, Chief Osmus. So, this evening at 4:23, Houston Fire Department was dispatched to a possible gas leak. What we found out was we had a confirmed ammonia leak. The Hazmat team is here, and they're trying to mitigate the situation as quick as possible. I do have a statement from the Memorial City management team. I'm just going to read that off real quick. From the management team, due to the ammonia leak at the Memorial City Mall ice rink, and out of abundance of caution, Memorial City Mall will be closed for the remainder of the evening. And the management team is going to be working with our Hazmat team to make sure that this is mitigated before they reopen. And there has been no injuries and no fatalities as far as we know. That's as far as we got right now.
Was there another leak at the ice rink in the past week?
There has been, and we're working on patching that up, and that's kind of what led to this. That's really all I have. One thing to say about that?
Okay. Confirmed leak a few weeks back.
A few weeks back? Do you know what caused this leak or why this happened again?
That's going to be Senior Captain McLean could probably answer that better than I could.
They're telling us there's a valve issue that they were aware of before the leak, and they're addressing the permanent repair on that. But that's where the leak was at.
Okay.
So you said there was a what? I'm sorry, a valve?
A valve leak that they were aware of. That was an issue, and then they were trying to fix that, and that's where the leak came from.
Are they working on the?
They are.
They're trying to make some improvements?
We're trying to get residual amounts of the ammonia out right now so they can get in there and do a permanent fix. So that's where we're at right now.
And so one leak in the past few weeks, none in the past week? Is that what you're saying?
None in the past week that I know of.
Okay.
And so before the one that happened a few weeks ago, sir, were they working on the rink then, or it just happened to be a leak?
I'm not sure about the details of that one without pulling up the record.
And then can you talk about, we saw some guys all suited up. They look like they're astronauts. Is that like normal?
So ammonia, you won't be able to go into regular bunker gear or fire gear. So they have to go into a level A suit to go in so they can be safe and see if there's something they can fix, see if it's still leaking, and check and see if there's anybody still in there. So that's what they were in, a level A chemical suit.
How was the ammonia leak detected?
Sir?
How was it detected?
The maintenance crew was in there working on it when it happened.
I mean, did they saw the leak, or
They saw it.
An alarm that goes off?
There is an alarm that go off, but they saw it also.
And they were able to run out?
Mm-hmm.
They called you guys?
Yes.
And so the fire department's role at this point, it's more of an inspection role right now?
Well, I don't know about inspection. They'll eventually come out. We're trying to make it safe for them to go in there and do a permanent fix is what we're trying to do. So that's where we're at.
Has the leak been closed, sir?
We're monitoring residual amounts. Once that gets out of there, we can tell if the leak is 100% stopped or not.
So this is a silly question, but what happens whenever there's ammonia like that? Like what happens to a person?
Well, eventually you'll pass out if you get enough of it. So it's asphyxiant, so it will cause you to lose oxygen and pass out. So that's why we evacuated the mall.
Yeah. Is ammonia a component they use to keep that ice rink going?
Yes. Yeah. So it keeps the ice froze.
And how was the process of evacuating everybody that was inside the mall?
That happened before I got here. I'm not sure what the process was. I think the mall started some of that. The fire department finished up when they got here, kind of expanded from there. Chief Osmus may have a little more
speak to that
detail of that.
All right, so the call approximately 4:23 came out. The workers saw the leak. They initiated a 911 call. We sent a single engine response to a chemical leak, not sure what it was. Once they arrived, they were able to determine what it was, a major leak. So they initiated a hazmat box that got more HFD units, chief officers, engines, and our hazmat units to respond. Once we arrived on scene, we determined that there was a significant leak involved. So we started working with mall security, evacuating the immediate area, and then moved on to evacuate the rest of the mall, utilizing the security and HPD.
When you said hazmat box, what does that mean?
So hazmat box would just be the amount of resources that are dispatched based on the call type. That will give you chief officers, safety officers, engines, and part of our hazmat team. And based on conversations with them before they arrived, we did request more hazmat units to help with the situation.
Can you go over if the ice rink was working at that time?
I can't speak to the condition of the ice rink at the time. I know there was some maintenance going on, but I don't know if it was open or closed.
And then, was there people around the rink, and how are they doing if they were?
So I can't speak to if there was people in the area, whether it was open or not, but there were no reported injuries. We have not transported any patients, and there have not been any fire department member injuries.
And so for now, what happens next? You guys have to shut the leak off, and then
So right now we have our hazmat teams, as the captain described, they're in there right now trying to determine where the leak is, if it can be isolated, if it can be controlled. That's a process going on now, and after that, we'll determine the next steps from there. The mall is closed right now for the rest of the evening, and depending on what they find will be the next steps.
and so what happens with with ammonia? So like it's there, kind of lingering. Do you guys have to get it out? Is there something that you use?
I'm going to defer that to the subject matter expert or hazmat captain.
Sorry, it's just
It was contained to the mechanical room where the leak was at. So we ventilated that room. So now they're just using the meters to check for any residual amounts.
so you have to ventilate it, get it all out,
Right.
and
It'll
then
dissipate.
oh it will.
Yeah.
Once
And
we
if
get
it's
out, everything
if it's not leaking anymore, we're good to go. If it's still leaking, then you'll continue to have it build, the alarms continue to go off, and you have to mitigate that, see if you can find out where that leak's at.
Is it odorless, or can you see?
No, it has an odor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it when it's a lot of it coming out. A residual amount, you wouldn't be able to see it, but it does have an odor.
So it has an odor in the spot. So that's how also.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get on
No, that's okay.
my science.
So if they could see it, like you said, it had to be quite a lot of it coming out?
Well, it's an area, a small area they saw. They knew that it was more than they can handle, so the mechanical people got out of there, and that's when they called the fire department.
Any sounds at all when it was coming out? Like would people be able to hear that?
I'm not sure. I mean, eventually loud enough, you would, but I don't know if they were any sounds or not.
And then me being nosy, so they have to use those suits so that they can obviously, they take in a tank of oxygen with
Yes.
them and everything.
Yeah, there's a tank inside of the suit that they use for breathing, so that way they can go in there and work, not be affected by the ammonia, and then come back out.
So hopefully your guys are able to close out the leak or turn it off, or is there like a valve? Is
Well,
what I'm saying.
yeah, that's where the leak was from, is what mechanical people were telling us. They were in there working on it. So once we determine it's safe for them to go work on it, without the suits on and things, they'll be able to go in there and fix it permanently.
And then post this, once they say they fix it, will you guys come back out and inspect it, or how does it work?
No, they've got inspection people that will come back out and inspect it.
And then also, all of that stuff that's in the back of that truck, is that stuff that y'all use to put out whatever, any kind of chemical leak or stuff like that?
Yeah, there's equipment for a multiple array of hazmat incidents in the truck, in the hazmat trucks.
And are all firefighters like hazmat, or you have to bring in like a special crew?
No, there's a hazmat team. All firefighters are not hazmat technicians. So.
So those have to be called in.
Yep.
All right, thank you
All right.
guys.
Y'all have this issue resolved by tonight, and everything should open up tomorrow.
That'll be up to the mall, but that's the attempt right now.
And how do you say your first and last name, sir?
McLean.
Okay. And
Yeah.
spell it first?
Right there. B-U-C-K. McLean.
Perfect. No, it's because the camera.
Right.
And so that they see it. And then I don't think you got your first and last name as well.
Robert Osmus, District Chief.
Say it again.
Robert Osmus, R-O-B-E-R-T. Last name A-U-S-M-U-S.
Thank you.